Hello and welcome to the Indianapolis airport, where I'm stranded because a plane needs something hydraulic, something or another. I kind of want them to have it, but the scripture says to redeem the time because the days are evil. So I'm redeeming the time. I have at least 20 minutes before we finally board in a story I won't tell you that is quite a work of sanctification. It's Friday, so this is actually 13:3, which really doesn't matter, but if we blink like I Dream of Jeannie, and voila, we can change these things. Well, we have three verses this week. These were verses on uncleanness and abomination. And so let's begin with 18:6. Ish, ish, literally man, man, but it's something like each one. El kol, to all. Um, uh, Sha'er basaro, to each of the flesh of his flesh. Two words for flesh here, but they both basically mean skin. But the idea here is don't mess with your family sexually. It's just, this is a core value of humanity, by the way, installed, I think, pretty much in almost all cultures everywhere. That you don't have sex with your female family members. Incest is generally a universal problem in every culture, and of course Leviticus is no different. So each person, to every flesh of his flesh, um, do not um, uh, do not draw near. So I believe this is a imperative, or is actually it's a future. You will not draw near. Don't do it. It's not to be done. To make naked, not to make exposed, to uncover the nakedness of, to uncover, and this is the word for nakedness, erva, to uncover the nakedness. So this is on a shame language, like I talked about, I think, in the podcast on Wednesday. Don't sleep with your father's wife. Don't sleep with your uncle's wife. Don't sleep with your son's wife. And of course, this instruction is primarily directed at the male. The women are more assumed to be kind of used in this category, and the shame is primarily toward the man attached with the woman. So each person, to every flesh of his flesh, do not uncover, do not cause to be open to the uncovering of nakedness. And then he says, I'm Yahweh. So, okay, you know who I am. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't even think about it. Okay? Then here's the famous passage on homosexual sex. It's not thinking about orientation. They didn't. That's just not. That's a modern concept. They were thinking about people who engage in male activity. So, and the male. This is a direct object, or to the male. To the male, do not lie from the bed of a woman. In other words, don't lie with a man as you would lie with a woman. So, to the male, do not bed from the bed of a woman. Toiva, here's the word for abomination. Abomination is it. So this is just one of many kind of don't uncover the nakedness of X by sleeping with Y. And then we have verse 24. With the defiling, okay? Do not, all, okay, this is a negative command in an imperative, in a command. Do not defile yourself. Sorry. This is the first HTD stem we've seen. Hithpael. The tav, this is imperfect, but it could have normally had a hey there, hitpael, and so the stem is actually this last part here. And the hitpael has a sense of reflexiveness. Don't defile yourself with all these things. This has been a chapter of everything you didn't want to know about how not to have sex. do not defile yourself with all these things, for with all these things are defiled the nations, the goyim. And again, the ta'ah, it seems to be the word here, or sorry, tama is these are the root letters right here. Okay, and this is the nifal stem, which makes it passive. So I'm sorry, the hit. There's no hay on this. There's the tav. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo this video, I think. Although this is fun. Uh, for with all these things are defiled the nations that I am sending from your face. So the idea is here. These are the kinds of things that the people in the Canaanites in the land do, and I'm driving them out before you. So why would you be like them? Don't be like them. Don't defile yourself with all these things. This is the demonstrative pronoun, these things. Key for introducing a noun, or a causal clause, the reason why. Share, introducing a noun clause. The nations, or actually relative, functioning as a relative clause here. The nations that I am sending. This is a D participle because the doubled second consonant and the shava under the mem. This is a mem with a shava under it is a telltale sign of a D participle, or a PAL participle. And then this is from min. None assimilates when no vowel separates, and so the pay doubles. And then chem is the your. Okay, I'm not sure if this is good enough to go to press, but if it is, you'll know, because this is what you'll be seeing. So 24, which kind of sums it up, don't do this stuff. This is the verse on homosexual sex, and it starts off basically saying, don't mess with your flesh, because it leads to shame, and also for a kind of a defilement. And Yahweh doesn't like it. So there you have it. If I post this, our verses for this week, the Hebrew grammar part, 18:6, 22, and 24.